The night was cloaked in darkness as CIA agent Alex Thornton made his way through the narrow alleys of Istanbul. His mission was straightforward, or so he thought. Intel had suggested a high-profile arms deal that could cripple national security. As he approached the rendezvous point, a chilling wind carried the scent of impending danger. The meeting point was a dilapidated warehouse, its rusty doors creaking as Alex slipped inside. The flickering light revealed a table covered with blueprints, weapons, and a mysterious figure shrouded in shadows. The tension hung thick in the air as the figure stepped forward, a familiar face. "Alex," said the voice, and the agent's heart skipped a beat. It was his colleague and friend, Agent Rachel Carter. Her usually trustworthy eyes now glinted with betrayal. "What's going on, Rachel?" Alex demanded, his hand inching towards his concealed weapon. She smirked, revealing her allegiance to the enemy. "I'm sorry, Alex, but the game has changed." Before he could react, a squad of armed men stormed the warehouse surrounding him. The blueprints on the table suddenly made sense. It was a setup. The arms deal was a decoy, and Alex had walked right into the trap. As he was apprehended, Alex's mind raced. How had the CIA been compromised? Who could he trust? The questions echoed in his head as he was whisked away to an unknown location. The trail of deception ran deep, and he was determined to follow it to the source. In captivity, Alex endured relentless interrogation. He refused to break, his loyalty to his country unyielding. He managed to escape during a chaotic rescue attempt orchestrated by a mysterious ally, leaving a trail of incapacitated foes in his wake. Now a fugitive, Alex had only one goal: to expose the double cross and clear his name. He reached out to a few trusted contacts who remained off the grid, sharing his suspicions and gathering intelligence. The web of betrayal extended further than he could have imagined, with high-ranking officials, influential figures, and even fellow agents implicated. Every step he took was shadowed by those he once called colleagues. Alex had to rely on his instincts and training to survive. As he dug deeper, he uncovered a clandestine organization that had infiltrated the highest echelons of the intelligence community. This organization, known only as the Hydra, had been pulling the strings, manipulating events to serve their own sinister agenda. The chase led Alex from the bustling streets of Istanbul to the remote corners of Eastern Europe. He pieced together the puzzle, connecting the dots between seemingly unrelated events. The Hydra's plan was grand, a coup that would shake the foundations of global power. As the final confrontation loomed, Alex found himself standing on the precipice of a revelation. The true mastermind behind the Hydra was none other than the director of the CIA, a person he had respected and admired for years. The realization struck like a thunderbolt. His own agency had been compromised at its core. In a high-stakes showdown, Alex faced off against his former mentor, the director, in a battle of wits and skills. The fate of nations hung in the balance as they engaged in a deadly game of cat and mouse. The warehouse, where the saga had begun, became the stage for the ultimate reckoning. In the end, Alex emerged victorious, thwarting the Hydra's plans and exposing the traitors within the CIA. The fallout was immense, shaking the intelligence community to its core. The world watched in shock as the truth unfolded and the heroes and villains were unmasked. As the dust settled, Alex stood alone amidst the ruins of his former life. The scars of betrayal ran deep, but he knew that the fight for justice never truly ended. The shadows of deception might linger, but he was determined to rebuild and ensure that the double cross he had endured would not be in vain. Trust is powerful, but dangerous when misplaced. Alex Thornton's journey through a web of lies, betrayal, and deception teaches us that even the most trusted institutions and individuals can be compromised. In a world where appearances can be carefully constructed and loyalties can be bought or manipulated, blind trust becomes a liability. The lesson is clear. Always question what lies beneath the surface. Vigilance, critical thinking, and moral conviction are essential, especially when the stakes are high and the truth is buried beneath layers of deception. But perhaps most importantly, Alex's resilience reminds us that even when the world turns against you, standing firm in your principles and fighting for what is right, no matter how lonely or dangerous the path, can change everything. In a world full of double crosses, integrity becomes the greatest weapon of all.